Another tip for renewing your mind is reading the word. Reading it. Pick devotionals on your phone. You can pick a section of the Bible, a chapter. You can read Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. You can search scriptures on that specific topic if you're angry or anxious or you don't have peace. I use the Holy Bible app a lot to look up certain things. And just get reading. Pick a story. Maybe somebody relates to you. You feel like Jonah, or you feel like Job, or anyone. Pick a story and start reading it. Come up with a plan. There's the 1 Year Bible. There are devotional plans. There's all kinds of things out there. Pick something and read it. And every day, even if it's the same first chapter in John, or if it's whatever it is, and it's just for that week, you're reading the same thing. Because honestly, his word is living and true. So if you read it on Monday, you don't get it, you read it on Tuesday, maybe on Thursday you're reading it and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been reading this all week and this is what it's been telling me. Like, that's how his word works. It's amazing. Like, I've been reading some of the same scriptures from when I was little, and I read them now and I'm like, whoa, it has a completely different meaning to me. Or like you see it in a different light. Things changes, circumstance changes, experience changes. So pick it. And another thing is, start memorizing it. Especially if you're doing the search on like anxiety or depression and there's scriptures. Memorize one of those scriptures. Work on however you have to do it. My kids and I, we do some signs. We're working on sign language, but we also do make up some signs. Especially for the littlest one. She doesn't get them all. So anything you have to do, write the first letter of each word on your hand, on a piece of paper. There's companies that have like tattoos that do that. You can get the scripture. I don't know if you can order specific ones or if they just give you like verses of the week or something. But there's different ways to help memorize. Even if you just get like the main idea, then that like is a huge thing. And it helps to know where it is, especially because you're wanting to tell people, or when you get excited about things, you're like, oh yeah, it says it. I don't know where, but it says it. That's my thing. I can spit out some of these scriptures and I'm like, I don't know where it is. But memorizing it. So whenever that thought or that thing tries to bother you or sneak in, you can start saying that scripture and shut it down right away. So yes, the second tip is read the word and memorize it. In 1 Corinthians 2:16, it says, for who has understood the mind of the Lord so as to instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ. And this is the ESV, but I was looking it up in Amplified, and it explains it a little bit more. That's why I really like the Amplified. It talks about to be guided by his thoughts and purposes. So if we're taking our thoughts captive, we're reading his word, our mind will be guided by his thoughts and purposes. Not ours, not other ones. So we want to be guided by his thoughts. His ways are higher than our ways. His ways are not our ways. And so we understand that more when we're in the word. And we will have the mind of Christ. We'll be guided by his thoughts and purposes.